Hi guys, welcome to Nine's Corner. I hope you're doing well, feeling well, and I am so sorry that we are going to have yet another conversation about a white police officer shooting a black man. Jacob Blake, 29 years old, was shot 7 times in the back in front of his 3 boys. His 3 children witnessed the shooting. He's in serious but stable condition right now. And, it's unfathomable. We treat animals more humanely than we treat humans. They have tasers. Why couldn't he tase them? If he was concerned about if he was truly trying to defend himself, you're defending yourself to somebody's back with a gun. 7 shots. Not 1, not 2, but several in front of all these people. My God. Like, if we had an issue and there was a fox that kept coming in the yard and it was, you'd call animal services. They'd come over and dart it and let it go to sleep. They don't kill him. They don't shoot him with a gun unless it's beyond necessary. And from that small clip it wasn't necessary. So I thought, well, let's get into a reading. I don't want to read on Jacob Blake. I want to send him and his family so much health, so much blessings for peace and for peace of mind and for some justice. That's what I wish for them. So let's look at what are the circumstances surrounding this shooting. I mean, not just the fact that we're supposed to be a civilized society, especially in 2020, and you're looking back at months and months of all this unrest. So how does a police officer not think twice about using too much force considering the situation? Do you know what I'm saying? So let's have a look into the police officer, the police force, and let's have a look around the circumstances around them. So let's do a Celtic tarot and see. I'm feeling so, I'm frustrated and I feel so sad. How do parents of black children go to sleep at night? How do they allow their children just to live normal lives and not be worried every minute of every day? And yet society takes no responsibility. The government takes no responsibility. First card up. King of Cups upside down. So generally a King of Cups is a problem solver. When upside down, this is really destructive behavior. So there's an issue with this police officer, if not with the police force. This is going to be the ruin. You're going to find out this is not just an isolated case. There's going to be multiple cases. There's going to be information coming out about this police force. 3 of Wands. So in this incident, this was not a choice of defense. This is a choice that was made. So it's almost like if given the opportunity to be in a situation, this officer would have been hyped up enough to want to be able to do it. We've got Judgment upside down, so he's going to be trying to run away from responsibility. We have the Ace of Cups, so there's definitely going to be issues that are going to be seen within the police force, and or if not specifically with the police officer. There could be drinking issues, and certainly like some kind of issue, some kind of overabundance in their past. Maybe there's going to be lots of stories and other situations of improper policing. But this could also be like, how do you treat your mother? How do you treat your family? This will kind of, it's going to be, maybe he's got domestic issues in his past. There's going to be something that's going to show up. There's going to be this feeling of, it's almost like they're walking off the edge. It's almost like, although everybody knows that, this is a prevalent situation, that Black Lives Matter, that, the police are being called out, they're doing it, taking the risk and doing it anyway. There's temperance, so there's an imbalance here. You're going to see and hear about situations that, they don't treat people properly. The police have issues with the overall balancing of how they police. It's almost like we're going to hear about more than just this situation. The police want to keep a cap on it, though. People are just feeling this feeling of, you know what, I'm done with this. It's almost like, in a sad, sick way, there's an acceptance that, yeah, okay, we all know this is the situation. So it's done, and let's move on. Let's start doing something about it. But it's almost like we're all just kind of going, yeah, not surprised. That's sad. The world is watching, and for the police officers, it's almost like they're going to be looking for some kind of new path. They're going to be trying to figure out some kind of narrative to muddy the waters and to make it not seem so straightforward. It almost feels like this case for the short term is going to be at a stalemate. That there's going to be a lot of suspicion around this case. There's going to be a lot of emotion built up about this case. I can't tell right now what's going to come of this situation, but it's almost like, yet again, this is yet another circumstance, another story that's shedding light on the fact that this is not something that's out there. It's something internal within these organizations that needs to be changed. It's not this one situation that needs to be dealt with. Obviously it does. It's justice. It needs to be taken care of. But it's not just this. This is one part of this bigger situation. And until they take down the structures that are no longer working and replace them with better ones, we're going to be at a stalemate. Not just in this particular case, but in the whole situation. And, unfortunately, the Wheel of Fortune, the cards aren't going to give me an answer. It's almost like the universe is waiting for Americans to take charge, change the narrative. This is the downturn right now. It's time to change the narrative. People are feeling so lost. People are feeling so out in the cold. And at this time of loss, it's really hard to maintain that strength, to maintain, your ability to hold on to hope. But it is there. Let's see how Donald Trump's week is going to go. Because this last week with the convention and everything, it is literally like he is just putting out FAIR, which is only false evidence about reality. And that's how we have been living. We've been living in this false reality of Donald Trump. He's either the savior sent by God or he's the Antichrist. And he's neither. He's human. You know, years ago, I don't know how they're going to look at us in history, because years ago, people who had mental illnesses, whether it be schizophrenia or women, you know, having hysteria when, you know, they went through depression. There was all kinds of thoughts and things that we attach to it, because if we don't understand it, we have to create some kind of understanding. So, no, Donald Trump is neither good nor bad. He's a human being, and he's not to be feared. This is the time when we have to pull together, keep our strength, and do what we know is right. Vote. And even if it doesn't look like things are working out the way that you want them, relax, it will. There is no way that the American people will allow for Donald Trump to destroy America. So he can cheat, he can do everything that he wants, and he might even, you know, be able to claim he won for a short time or what have you. But come Inauguration Day in January, there's no chance he's going to be in. So let's look at this human. I wish there was a word that we could use that wasn't so kind, but let's look at Donald Trump, a product of his time, a product of his parents, a product of his upbringing, and that's it. He goes to the bathroom, he blows his nose, he gets a cold, you know, he's just like everybody else. Let's see how his week is looking. I shouldn't say he's just like everybody else, he's not. He's not quite. So, for the overall of the week, we've got the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, you know, you're going to be hearing news about money. There's going to be possible legal notification towards his accounts, towards money, towards his businesses. This could have a legal implication. We've got the Four of Wands. So when we're looking at how does this affect Donald Trump's week, this is really letting you know that there's going to be, you know, communications, information coming out about his personal life, his personal family, his personal finances, his personal conversations. Someone's going to try to help him along. At some point he's going, the week is not going to be completely lost. There's going to be, you know, maybe somebody who's going to give him a win. You know, like maybe some kind of information that will make Trump not be completely wrong about a specific subject. Because you know, if everybody's like against Trump and everybody's seeing, oh my God, there's something wrong, and then Trump ends up being right about something, then they just go, oh, you know, that's it, he's right. So it's almost like somebody is going to either help him financially or with some kind of information to give him a little bit of a win of some sort. We've got strength. So here, you know, he's going to be needing all his resources to deal with all the issues that are going to be coming out. I got a feeling that there's going to be some kind of communications and there's going to be information coming out about the past, dealing with the past. Again, I got the Ten of Swords for him. So there's a lot of unfinished business. There's a lot of things that like almost like a lot of irons in the fire that Donald Trump has to resolve before he can move on. And again, this just goes right back to why isn't he already left? Because there's something that is unfinished business that he needs to complete before he can, you know, move on. But it's almost like he can't get it done and it's going to be his undoing. And, you know, with all these, this could be, you know, all the information, communications via letters, financial records, phone records, things of that nature. It's almost like it's almost like, the trickle is going to start raining down on him. There's going to be this feeling of self-promotion. No matter what happens this week, as bad as he might feel about, Mary Hart's, well, there you go. If you look at this, Charlie, baby. This could be referring to him having to deal with, and he's peeved about, Mary, his sister, because this could be overcoming challenges that are caused by your family. So here he's going to be looking at trying to kind of create this self-promotion, this Donald Trump, I'm the law and order. He's going to just keep being his narcissistic, self-promoting self. He's got this constant battle of what could be. He's very hopeful. He feels as though if he can get everybody doing all these misdeeds, maybe he can squeak a win. But, this again, this could also be information about networking that could come out, because there's always like that double meaning of things. And just because of the way the cards have laid out, and there's so many pentacles here, that I just feel that there's going to be information about finances, about his past, about, like, it's almost like his undoing is happening in front of us. So even though you're going to hear about, he's going to win, you're going to hear about people saying that, and right there we've got somebody who's got to come out and give him a little bit of a win or some kind of something to reprieve. But don't forget that, while all of this is happening, he's using all of this to take the focus off COVID. He's taken the focus off the deaths that have occurred under his reign by creating this narrative of, look at the protesters / riots and how much worse it's going to be under Joe Biden, and he's the only one that can fix it. He's trying to take the focus off of all of this, but all of this is happening. So I'm trying to make you realize that there's two realities happening. Yes, there's the Trump reality, and there are a lot of people that are supporting Trump, but there's less and less every day. And there's, even if he tries to steal his election, we've already talked about this. I lost subscribers trying to talk about this. But the reality is, no matter what happens, whether Trump loses or is taken out, or if he tries to cheat, people won't let him. He will not be the president come January 2021. So this week is going to be an interesting week. He is going to need his strength. There's going to be information coming out. This is going to be the undoing. And don't forget, this, I'm sorry, because as I'm doing the cards, you pick up on little messages. This is also saying that everything that Donald Trump says, and, he's going, the bad Dems because of X, Y, Z, or this person's bad because of this. It's actually because these are all things that he does, all things that he has done. And it's almost like everything he says are things that he's doing. So if you want to know what he's capable of, look at the words that come out of his mouth. So I almost feel like his undoing is all his own words, his own actions. So he's not going to have any more good weeks, even though I think there will be some kind of semblance of some support there. Somebody's going to come out and give him a little reprieve. That's not going to be all bad news, because I just got a feeling this week is going to be a week of really not so good news. Alrighty. I'm just feeling I'm trying to get over this feeling, but there's this feeling of almost like I don't know. I'm trying to do this reading about Donald Trump, But I'm just getting this really heavy feeling, almost like I'm feeling I'm getting a headache or something. I don't think Donald Trump is feeling very well. I think he's really under a lot of pressure. Yeah. Not my smoothest transition, but the cuteness. Come on now, you'll let me get away with it. So here I have some help to introduce to you the 3 cards you get to choose from. The universe has a message for you. Which one would you like? Would you like 1? 2? Or 3? You've chosen number 1. You got the 3 of Wands. This is basically telling you that your ships are coming in, but there may be some delays. So you have to look at new opportunities, new ways of doing things, and new partnerships, because if you've been doing it alone or you feel like you haven't had the help or the support that you need, it's there. This is a time where new partnerships, whether it be friendships, work, or romance, somebody is there for you and the opportunity is ready for you, and it's just a matter of you going for it. It's waiting for you. So don't go it alone. Think outside the box. Do what you normally wouldn't do. Try something new and you'll get something different. You chose number 2. Number 2, we've got the 9 of Swords. So for every loss, for every experience that causes us to have to stress, have to worry, it creates in us an insight, a way of going internal to see what kind of character we are, what kind of strength do we have. And it's an opportunity to grow internally. And, oftentimes this can help you eliminate fear. This can help you create a new state of mind, a new state of being. So sometimes we have to allow ourselves to think about the things that are stressful, the things that create loss, as long as you know that life is secular, and when things are on its downturn, don't give up. It will turn back around. So this is just saying, you're going through some fear, and I think, I can't remember who said it, but somebody said, I've had a lot of bad things happen to me in my life, and some of them even came true, because oftentimes what we imagine is so much worse than what our reality is, because fear is false evidence about reality. So don't put yourself into that stress. Don't put yourself into that cycle. That's letting you know that it's your mind that's tormenting you. It's your own thoughts that are tormenting you. And because of that, you have the ability to change it. So let go of that you can't change, and that you can change. Stop thinking and start doing. And if you chose number 3, you got the Ace of Pentacles. This is, obviously, you always know there's a new opportunity, a new job, a new source of income, maybe a new house, a new property. All of that can be representative from the Ace of Pentacles. But it also lets you know, because Pentacles are slow, you have to have patience with Pentacles. So this is also saying, you know what? Everything is there waiting for you. It's already been manifested. But sometimes you've got to allow for time for things to come to fruition. And when you're an ace, you're at the beginning, so you don't necessarily have all the tools, all the experiences that will allow you to achieve something great. So this is also saying take baby steps. Eventually, down the road, you will be prosperous, but don't expect everything overnight. Pentacles is something that's patient, but it also is something that's long-lasting. So whatever it is that you have in your mind that you want to achieve, go for it. You are going to get it. So that's our reading for today. I hope all of you will join me again when I will again take out our candle that's lit for each and every one of us. Wishing you the best day ever. Take care. And don't forget, fear, all it is false evidence about reality. You get to choose your own reality. Choose wisely. Take care.